So, Corinna Kopf reveals basically how much money she can pretty much get her hands on, like liquid cash, and it's pretty shocking. So, let's check this out.
Probably have, well, I don't keep a lot of money in the bank. I keep it somewhere else because I'm fucking scared. People are crazy. But, probably like liquid money that I could, like, if I needed to get money out by like tomorrow, I could probably squeeze together like 7 million bucks or something.
$7 million. Like, do you realize how crazy that is to just be able to get your like a snap of the fingers, basically, get your hands on 7 mil? That is insane.
$7 million liquid, probably. That's liquid. That's liquid. But like, I could probably. No, I lied. Wait. Maybe like actually closer to like 9 million liquid.
9 million.
I was forgetting about something, but I don't want to say I was forgetting about something. But like probably 9 million.
She was probably thinking about like crypto or something. But like, for people who don't understand this, right? To be able to have access to that amount of liquid cash is mind blowing, right? Because if you think about it, top CEOs, right? Not like for Google or something, but like top CEOs, some in the Fortune 500 companies, right? Might only be making like a mil a year, maybe 2 mil a year, maybe 3 mil a year, right? Before taxes and everything. So she is bringing in multiple millions a year, and it's beyond crazy to me to see someone have this much power in terms of like money, because like what you could do with 9 million cash is pretty shocking, right? You could literally buy up neighborhoods. You could literally buy up like a pretty big mall, right? You could buy multiple gas stations. You might be able to buy a super small town with that type of liquid cash. Now, obviously, you might have to leverage it or whatever, but basically, the thing is to understand, she has an insane amount of like power available to her in the form of just pure money. Because there's like a lot of wealthy individuals who can't have access to their money quickly. Like there's a lot of real estate millionaires, there's a lot of maybe 401k millionaires, but to be able to just basically snap your fingers and get that money is insane. But what's also kind of interesting, right, is how she actually makes her money, right? So her different income streams are recurring revenue, which is her OF stuff, and just subs on like her live streaming platforms. I think there's Twitch, maybe something else. Maybe she moved to Kick, that new streaming thing. Now there's also sponsors because I guess she's a pretty big influencer. There's ad revenue for whatever content that she makes. She'll just generate ad revenue. And there's donations because there's a lot of guys who, for some reason, end up just giving her money, even though she's a multi-millionaire. So the main thing to kind of like that I want to like really like get across in this video, right, is that one, having the ability to access cash like this, one, is pretty impressive. Two, you have access that other people don't have, right? You could do things that other people can't do, right? For example, Roasty is basically crashing all over the place, right? With access to this amount of liquid cash, if you were to drop $9 million buying all these properties in cash when they dropped nearly 40 to 60% in terms of their list price from maybe like a couple years ago, that is a massive, massive potential profit in like 5 to 6 years, right? You can basically turn that 9 million, who knows, maybe into over 20 million after 5 years. Like that's the type of power that she has, right? That's the type of opportunity that she has. Not to mention that with this type of cash, you could literally just toss like 100 grand, 200 grand, 500 grand, a million into like venture capital type of stuff, right? Like private equity kind of stuff, where you could like literally invest into a company very early on and potentially have a massive exit. Like there's some people who have put like maybe 50K, 100K, maybe half a mil into a company early on before they really started to like take off, who had like an exit of like a 7 figure exit or an 8 figure exit. Like she has that ability to do that because she just has disgusting amounts of cash available to her, right? I don't know. I just think it's so interesting to see this because like with some of these like social media influencers, like what they're able to do, like can't really be matched. Like I don't think people like really understand the type of money that some of these people are actually making, right? Like personally, I've seen someone who didn't even have a big following, maybe only like a few thousand followers on their social media, who generated over $20 million, which is crazy to me, right? Like you basically have no followers, got basically no views, and you generated about $20 million, before taxes and whatnot and expenses. That's some pretty insane stuff, right? I've seen some people with like social media followings end up generating like $100 million, right? There's some people who are able to bring in like 100,000 per year, which is still pretty nice. But I just don't think people really understand just how big the money could potentially be, right? And it's not like she does anything, I guess, technically crazy or something. There's so many ladies doing the whole OF thing. There's so many ladies who do like live streaming on Twitch or YouTube or whatever and get paid per month from people who are paying subscribers of her OF or of her social media accounts, right? Like of YouTube or Twitch or whatever. And they also just give her money. And these sponsors are probably paying her 6 figure paychecks to just basically be a brand partner with her. Not to mention the ad revenue. The ad revenue probably isn't like 6 figures a month, but it's probably good enough. But the donations, like this is the thing that I never really understood because it's kind of like tipping, like the tip culture, but even crazier because you have people who are like basically in this weird relationship with this influencer who they don't really know on a personal level, but they're giving that person money. Like I think I remember like reading an article where there was this one guy who gave a Twitch streamer like about 1 grand a month in just donations, just straight up donations, right? Which to me is like, one, I don't understand why you're giving away so much of your hard earned money for a streamer. But two, it's like, I don't even know how much some of these people are making on their donations. Like, there is one. Well, there's a few examples of people making like crazy money from like donations, for an example. So let's check this out. Top YouTube super chats. Top YouTube super chats tracker. Yeah, leave the site. Let's see. No, not this. Freedom. That's most. Okay, yeah. Most super chatted channels in the world. Okay. Let's see. So, as of today, basically, in the 2023, let's see. The top first channel with a super chat revenue. This is just purely donations, right? This is straight up donations that people have sent someone on their YouTube live stream. Think about that for a second. This person called Rushia right, has made $3,285,003 in just pure donations, which is crazy, right? Like, let's see what this person actually does on their channel. Let's see. Uh, Videos. Oh, I wonder if this thing basically got taken down. Maybe. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it kind of looks like this thing has been taken down in a way. But like, think about this, right? So just in this one video alone, they made $3,601. Like, this is so crazy. Like, so crazy. Let's see. A pastor? What? Baseball Bruno Leonard? Jun Channel? Timcast IRL? This should be like a news channel. Like, to me, like, it's just crazy to me, right? It's crazy to me to see people generating millions of dollars a year, right? From people just literally gifting people money. But if you have a massive enough following, this is possible. So, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about this because I just find it very interesting to see basically just one individual person be able to have like access to so much cash that they have so many opportunities that other people will never have, right? Like, people can just be like, okay, I got 9 mil cash. Let me just drop all of this into real estate that, got cut by like 60% in value. Let me put this into like an like S&P 500 index fund and have it basically double every 10 years so that 9 million could be 18 million and so on and so on. Like, people can't just do this. Like, the normal person can't do this. But she could do this because she has a massive social media presence and she structured her business in a way where she just makes disgusting amounts of recurring revenue. It's just so crazy to me. Let's see some of these comments. I had $10, then I gambled, now I'm on zero. Now, why would she disclose this? Probably because she just likes to talk about it, I guess. What is liquid money? It's literally just cash, just straight up cash. There's not a single bank in the US that would let her withdraw 7 mil in 24-hour notice. Well, the thing is, they won't let her basically just take it in the form of cash, like physical cash. But in terms of her like depositing, like wire transfer, all that kind of stuff, she'll be able to do that in a pretty quick matter. The 7 million bucks is just what? Yeah, but it's actually more like 9 mil. She has 2 million extra in crypto. That's what I was thinking. Yo, let me get 100K. Won't even make a dent. Me on RuneScape back in the day. I have $4,200 student loans. Help a brother out. What's her occupation, guys? I'm new here. She is a female Instagram influencer slash TikToker slash streamer slash spreading cheeks on OF or something like that. But I mean, she makes so much money. Like, it's just crazy. El Mayo, so nonchalant about it. Yeah, it is kind of like crazy to me that, like, when someone has this type of money, this type of access to money, right? Like, they're just so rich that the money is basically like nothing. It's basically like she's kind of talking about her money like this sparkling ice bottle, where it's just like, whatever. Like, that's just crazy to me. I need to be her. You need to have a massive social media presence to be like her. Legit struggling to even pay rent over here. Crying emoji. I can't even imagine having that much money. Want to donate? The thing is, like, I don't know. I'm just so shocked by just how much money these influencers are making, and I can't afford my credit card. Bro, trying to get robbed. Nah, she probably won't get robbed. How can I work for you? I have a large technology background. Fist bump only. Women that look good have it easy, man. And the biggest problem that I see with something like this too is that you're gonna have so many like ladies who either look as good as her, less than her, or even look better than her, thinking that like, oh, because she was able to do it, that means that I can do it, right? She's basically able to get her hands on $9 million because, she's a social media influencer that ends up basically showing her stuff, right, online. And you end up having so many people, so many ladies go down that path trying to make that type of money when they will never make that type of money. Like the majority of women who end up going down the path of like OF, I think like on average maybe make like $100 a month, maybe $200 a month, and most of their like subscribers are basically people that they go to school with or went to school with. So it's kind of like also like a really weird situation too, because like what now your like best friends are gonna be like checking out your butt online, like your butthole online, or you getting your cheeks clapped, or what you look like in the nude, or whatever. Like, to me, it just seems kind of like it's a sad situation because she's pulling it off and making crazy amounts of money, but there's going to be so many ladies that can't and won't be able to. Crazy though. Like, what would you even do with like $9 million cash?